I can in this position, you notice that I can stay here for a while. Does that then suggest to you that I'm limber, that I practice, that I have some natural ability that you don't possess? Or do you think that this is bullshit? Do you think that this isn't worth looking at, that I'm not worth looking at, that I'm not worth your time? This is not worth your time. And if that's the case, why are you walking away? Because if you hear this, you have somehow watched it to activate it, to listen. What do you think about what I've chosen to give to you? The differences between whether or not I'm wearing makeup, whether or not my hair is up, particularly my choice of clothing, because I've given you not much else but my body. Why am I not naked? Does it recall minimalism? Does it recall trendiness? And the fabric, the color. I'm attempting to show you some kind of minimalistic thing because I've chosen black rather than something garish, because I'm not willing to justify something garish. I don't think it's necessary. What I think is necessary is my body going through this movement and showing you that. Showing how long my body and my mind can withstand a certain thing before it collapses. And how many times I've done that in my life, in a day, in a week, in a month. Except now I'm showing you. I'm putting this in a performance and I'm showing you. So all those things become a lot more elevated. They become a lot more powerful. I am wearing a costume because it is something different than what I wear every day. But in so many ways, it's not a costume. I do wear one pieces. And I see those as having some kind of power or importance. But it doesn't quite matter what I wear because it becomes costume upon showing you, upon putting it in the center of the room and having you look at it. You can't just see it as street clothes, but rather how these clothes function for the greater performance. And that's why I've chosen something as simple as I can. But I also purchased this from a trendy website, and what does that say about me? And what does that say about my choices? The position that I'm doing is a shoulder stand. Now, normally you're supposed to hold this for 45 seconds, perhaps a minute. It drains blood from your body and rushes to your head. Oftentimes, especially lately, whenever I get upset or angry, I try to do something like this so that it forces my attention onto the physical nature of my body and what it's doing in the moment. How is it affecting my body? What's happening to my body? What am I feeling? What am I not feeling? But yes, there's also another element there in forcing this too long. And is that being masochistic? Me putting my body through this until I can't take it anymore? Is there something torturous, self-inflicting? And why would you intervene? What would that mean? Would you intervene by walking away and then this performance doesn't exist anymore? Is it still a performance even if you walk away? Or do you intervene by picking me up or pushing me over or just making me stop physically? Or is that inappropriate? Is it inappropriate because I become some kind of sculptural object sitting there in space as you look around it? I'm presenting myself that way. I'm placing myself in the middle of the room so that you can see me from all angles, so that I can become objectified as a sculptural piece. But I'm still a body. You'll notice my legs will start shaking, my breathing shifts. I feel like I'm going to, and that's okay. Because for as much as it's important for me to show you what I'm doing, it's also important for my body to go through this. Perhaps some revelation will be made because of it. Perhaps nothing, perhaps anger. But the process is important. The process of putting my body through that is important. Like my I try to explore my body in new ways by either containing it or